Lilla Saltsjöbadsavtalet is a conspiracy theory within the far-right community about an alleged meeting which is claimed to have occurred at Saltsjöbaden on March 21, 1987, with participants from the Swedish Journalist Association, Svenska journalistklubben. In 1993, the public service magazine Striptease revealed the agreement to be a figment of the imagination, as they followed up on claims made by the Swedish Member of Parliament Bert Karlsson, New York D., in a debate about refugees. The journalist Johan Brandstad showed that Lilla Saltsjöbadsavtalet was fabricated by the xenophobic Sweden Party. The alleged agreement, and the meeting at which it should have been prepared, has not been confirmed by independent and credible sources. The allegations have nevertheless experienced some spread mainly in xenophobic circles, but otherwise with few exceptions have not received any attention. The agreement's alleged content. In 2007 and 2008, information about the supposed meeting was again revealed and enhanced by right-wing extremists, where it was said that the participating journalists agreed to follow certain recommendations. Preferably positively assess and paraphrase Swedish citizens of foreign origin, particularly in the context of youth, sports, and artistic activities. For events with an element of diverse cultures, preferably interview and visually highlight participants of foreign origin. During a period of 5 years, systematically tone down the negative effects criminal activity designated by certain races might have on affected populations. The 5-year period is said to further have been extended up to the present day. Response. In a debate on Access TV in 2007 with journalists Åke Ortmark, Niklas Ekdahl, Susanna Popova, and Thomas Gur, the latter two confirmed that a conference for journalists in the late 1980s had taken place, as they were the only two who had opposed the agreement. According to Popova, the agreement in short concerned if it was time to take off the lid concerning reporting about crime among immigrants, or if the lid was to stay on. Some have seen this as firm evidence, that regardless of the reliability of exactly the Lilla Saltsjöbadsavtalet, such a conference concerning reporting on immigrants had indeed taken place. According to Weinberg, Popova later said that the conference she and Gur attended was in Stockholm in 1988, or 1989. Gur further explained that in the meeting they discussed whether the media should continue to ignore reporting the ethnic background of criminals and of ethnic patterns in crime, but strongly denied that some agreement was established. Journalist Jan Josephson also said that the bluff of an agreement was revealed 10 years ago on his journalistic investigative show Striptease, but that there are other reasons for the actions by journalists, which he anyway believed were more serious. In 2009, the editor-in-chief of Kristianstadsbladet, Lasse Bernfalk, described Lilla Saltsjöbadsavtalet as nothing more than a myth. He had contacted Gur in 2008 following a surge in readers' comments in Kristianstadsbladet about the alleged meeting. Gur had accordingly said that he felt that everyone exaggerated his confirmation of an agreement, as what he spoke about was an internal meeting at Dagens Nyheter. Bernfalk thus concluded that the myth of Lilla Saltsjöbadsavtalet possibly could have originated from some internal editorial meeting in Dagens Nyheter years ago. He further explained that a large group of right-wing extremists market the myth as the great conspiracy within Swedish mass media where all journalists agreed on how to describe immigration. In 2010, the editor-in-chief of Expressen, Thomas Mattsson, claimed that talk of a tacit agreement, where Svenska journalistklubben met at the Grand Hotel in Saltsjöbaden 1987 and signed Lilla Saltsjöbadsavtalet on trying to cover up problems of the multicultural society, was a myth and conspiracy theory. He however acknowledged that a policy of white pixelization, vitpixeling, i.e. digital pixelization and whitening the skin color of a perpetrator of crime to avoid any unnecessary identification had been used by Expressen. Mattsson said this had been done in accordance with the ethical rules for press, television, and radio of the Press Cooperation Board, Pressens Samarbetsnämnd, specifically 10, do not emphasize the person's ethnic origin, gender, nationality, occupation, political affiliation, religious beliefs, or sexual orientation if it is irrelevant in this context and is discrediting. Mattsson however said that since he became editor-in-chief in 2009, Expressen had a policy of not white pixelizing, describing the former policy to have been a mistake.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.